Okay, so now we are going to continue our second subtopic, which is we are going to see how to use a factor theorem. So before this, in the previous video, you have already seen how to do a remainder theorem, which is we know that our PA is equals to RA if X minus A is our divisor. And also, if your divisor is a quadratic, let's say x square minus 1, what you have to do is your Rx, it should be linear, ax plus b. Okay, so now we are going to proceed into how to use a factor theorem. Okay, so you by the end of this video, kamu patut bezakan lah macam mana nak guna remainder theorem and how to use a factor theorem. So now let's see the statement here, the theorem here. We have if PA is equals to 0, then x minus A is a factor of PX. Keyword here is a factor. Okay, kalau remainder theorem, keyword dia ialah divided. Okay, so for factor theorem, if the question said x minus A is a factor of our polynomial, PA is equals to 0. Okay, that means your remainder, there is no remainder if x minus A is your factor. Okay. Okay, so now let's see. Let me write this as, okay, contohlah kalau kita ada equation here, x square plus 2x minus 3 equals to 0, and then if we factorize, you are going to get x minus 1, x plus 3, and then we are going to get our root, x equals to 1, x equals to negative 3, 1, negative 3. Okay, before we proceed into the next part, kita kenalkan dululah. Ini kita panggil sebagai factors. Okay, this is factors. Mana nak tulis ni? Pindah sikit lah, sini sikit. Okay, this one here, x minus 1, x plus 3, we call it as factors. Okay, x equals to 1, x equals to negative 3, we call it as roots. And 1 negative 3 without x dekat situ, kita panggil dia sebagai zeros. Okay, so both of these kita akan belajar in the next part. So kita akan fokus dekat factors dekat sini. Okay, alright, so let's just go straight into the first example here. Determine whether the following linear function are factors of the given polynomial. So let's see. Is x minus 3 is a factor of px. So you know that your factor theorem, that if x minus a is a factor, PA is equals to 0. So now we just have to substitute. This is your root is x equals to 3. We just have to substitute 3 into this polynomial. If your answer is 0, then x minus 3 is a factor. So let's see. P3 is equals to 3 minus 7, 3 plus 5, 3 square minus 3 cube. Okay, dapat 0 ke tidak? Cuba kira. Supposedly akan dapat 0 lah. And then you can make your conclusion that x minus 3 is a factor of x pula, px. Okay, this one you can find it by yourself. Let's see this. We have a factor x plus 1. Is this a factor of our polynomial? So this is our root is x equals to negative 1. So just substitute into our polynomial. We will have negative 1 power 4 minus 2 negative 1 cube plus 3 negative 1 minus 6. Dapat 0 ke tidak? Cuba tekan calculator. Dapat berapa? Negative 6. That means because your PA is not equals to 0, that means your x plus 1 is not a factor of PX. Okay, sebab PA is not equals to 0. So now you know your factor theorem. We can just do our example. Okay, so before that, example 9, betulkan sikit soalan ni. Saya tinggal square dekat sini. It should be px square dekat situ. So let's read the question. We have if 2x plus 1 is a factor. Question states that 2x plus 1 is a factor. Keyword dia ialah 2x plus 1 is a factor. So you know that you have to use a factor theorem. So what is a factor theorem? PA equals to 0. Okay, pergi satu-satu. Okay, so 2x plus 1 is a factor of this. Find the value of p. So we have already know that PA is equals to 0 by using our factor theorem. Okay, so our A here is negative 1 over 2. P negative 1 over 2. Okay, substitute into this polynomial. So equals to 0. So we will have 2 negative 1 over 2 cube plus P negative 1 over 2 square. Betul kan Tolong tambah square dekat sini. Minus 5 equals to 0. Now we just rearrange. Should get the answer negative 21 over 4 plus P over 4 equals to 0. And then your final answer should be P equals to 21. Okay, so very easy how to use your factor theorem. If x minus a is your factor, straight away PA is equals to 0. So now let's see example 10. The polynomial, this polynomial has a factor. Keyword here is a factor. Okay, factor x minus 1. So you know that here you have to use your factor theorem. But on the next part, it says that gives a remainder of 50 when divided by x minus 3. Keyword here is divided. Okay, if we highlight the whole thing, give a remainder of 50 divided by x minus 3. This supposed to be your remainder theorem. Okay, boleh nampak beza dekat sini. This one a factor, so we have to use a factor theorem. So this one a polynomial divided by x minus 3. So keyword there is divided, so we have to use our remainder theorem. Okay, now let's just put our all theorem together. So by using our factor theorem, this is our factor x minus 1, which is our root there is 1. You should get P1 equals to, kalau factor theorem, 0. Okay, and then for our RT, we have our divisor x minus 3. The root here is 3 equals to, kalau remainder theorem apa? PA equals to RA. Okay, factor theorem PA equals to 0. So it is already given to us that our remainder here is 50. So this is 50. Now macam biasa, just our simultaneous equation. Substitute 1 into this polynomial, substitute 3 into this polynomial, and then you're going to get your value of A and B. Okay, let's quickly do this. You can do it by yourself, the simultaneous. And now you are going to get your final answer. A is equals to 3, B equals to negative 13. Make sure conclude your answer. Okay, so that is how you use a remainder theorem and factor theorem in one question. Okay, so kena check lah. Kalau dia cakap pasal factor, that is an FT. Kalau dia cakap pasal divided and they give you a remainder, that is your RT. Okay, so tips, bukan tips lah dekat sini. Kalau dia kata this is the factor, your remainder should be 0. Okay, remainder kamu mestilah 0. No remainder at all. So now for example 11, we have given that x plus 2 is a factor. Keyword x plus 2 is a factor. So this is our FT. Okay, find the constant k. Okay, berhenti sampai situ dulu lah. So FT kita, root dia is negative 2. So we have P negative 2 equals to FT apa? Equals to 0. Now we just substitute 2 negative 2 cube plus negative 2 square plus k negative 2 minus 4 equals to 0. Then we can already find our k, negative 2k equals to 16, which is k is equals to negative 8. Okay, we got our k, the value of constant. Okay, next. Hence, factorize the expression completely. Okay, apa tu factorize the expression completely? As I said before, if this is your factor, maksudnya polynomial kamu ni tak akan ada remainder. Okay, if x plus 2 is a factor of our px, then dia boleh juga jadi divisor. So factor boleh jadi divisor, divisor tak boleh jadi factor. Okay, so how to do this part, factorize the expression completely? What we need to do is we need to do long division. Okay, so let's do our long division, which is this will be our divisor. Okay, so now we have 2x cube. Saya kecilkan sikit lah. This one here. We have our 2x cube, our polynomial, plus x square, and then we have our k already, minus 8x minus 4 divided by x plus 2. Yes, that is your factor, tapi ingat factor boleh juga jadi divisor. Okay, so now let's just do our long division. 2x cube divided by x, we have 2x square. Sebab tu kamu punya long division punya knowledge mesti dah okay sekarang. Okay, so now darab balik, we have 2x square. 2x square times 2, we have plus 4x square. Sorry, this is x cube. Okay, minus everything. So here we should have x minus 4. Okay, so we have negative 3x square. Negative 3x square minus 8x minus 4. Okay, now power masih lagi yang ni besar, so tak boleh berhenti. So teruskan, negative 3x square divided by x, we should get negative 3x. Okay, darab semula, negative 3x square. Okay, boleh teruskan. So as you can see here, kita tak akan ada remainder. So kalau x plus 2 ataupun anything lah, x minus a, itu ialah factor of your px, you won't get any remainder. Sebab tu the question said factorize expression completely. Okay, balik semula kepada macam mana kita expresskan our long division. We should get px is equals to 2x, sorry, yes, 2x cube plus x square minus 8x minus 4 equals to qx, 2x square minus 3x minus 2 multiply by dx, which is our factor, x plus 2 plus rx. Betul tak? Tapi rx kita tak ada, so you don't need to plus anything lah. So now this part you can factorize, sebab dia kata factorize completely, so we have to factorize completely. So this one, just use your calculator. You should get x minus 2, 2x plus 1, and here is x plus 2. So this is factorized completely. Okay, so ini yang macam kita buat untuk long division kita, qx plus dx plus rx. Tapi rx kita 0, kita can ignore this part. Okay, can you understand that? So if the question asks you to factorize completely, you have to do your long division. Okay, so last part of factor theorem. Let's do this together. So question said here, given the expression, this is our polynomial, is exactly divisible. Okay, keyword is exactly divisible. Bila dia cakap divisible, tak bermaksud this is your divisor. Okay, bila dia kata exactly divisible, maksudnya bila dia bahagikan, kamu tak akan dapat remainder. Okay, so there is no remainder. Remember I said if there is no remainder, this one is your factor. Okay, so this is supposed to be your factor, which means what we need to do is ft lah dekat sini, bukan rt. Okay, so because our remainder here is 0, there is no remainder. Okay, so now let's find our value of a and b. So we have x squared plus 2x minus 3, which is our dx here, is, we can factorize 3, 1 plus minus, which is x minus 1, x plus 3, which is we have x equals to 1, x equals to negative 3. Okay, so we know that P1 is equals to 0, and also p negative 3 is equals to 0, because this is our factor, because stated here exactly divisible, so there is no remainder. So again, simultaneous equation. Okay, boleh buat dulu. Now we have our A and B. So the next part of the question B, dia kata kat situ factorize the expression completely. So kena guna apa? Yes, we are going to use a long division. Okay, so mana satu yang kita nak buat long divisionnya? So this is our polynomial. We are going to divide by x square plus 2x minus 3. So we have our polynomial 3x cube. A kita ialah 10 plus 10x square. B kita ialah negative 1, negative x minus 12, divided by x square plus 2x minus 3. Okay, you can do your long division. Okay, as you can see here, there is no remainder. So confirm lah memang kita akan factorize completely sebab tak ada remainder. So now we just write px is equals to 3x cube plus 10x square minus x minus 12, and then our quotient, which is 3x plus 4, multiply by our divisor x square plus 2x minus 3, and that's it. No remainder, so we just have to factorize this one. And then we will have 3x plus 4, x minus 1, x plus 3. There you go, factorized completely. Okay, so that is how we use our factor theorem. If x minus a is a factor, pa is equals to 0. Here is your exit ticket for today. So make sure you read carefully, find your a and b, and factorize completely. Okay, please submit on GC. And that is all for today. Thank you guys.